we've got his prepared text. It's just been released. For that, let's get to Elon Moy, who has the highlights for us. Elon.
Well, David, Fed Chair Jay Powell will tell Congress that the central bank has the tools it needs and the resolve it will take to restore price stability in America. In his written statement, Powell will say, quote, "We understand the hardship that high inflation is causing. We remain strongly committed to bringing inflation back down, and we are moving expeditiously to do so." Now, Powell will also say that taming inflation is essential to creating a sustained period of strong labor market conditions. He described the job market as extremely tight and said that labor demand is strong. However, he continues to point to Russia's invasion of Ukraine as driving up gas and energy prices, as well as the ongoing COVID lockdowns in China as creating supply chain disruptions that are exacerbating inflation pressures. Now, on the data, Powell said that PCE core inflation likely either held steady or eased last month. He also said that real GDP appears to be picking up and that consumption remains strong. On the flip side, he said business fixed investment is slowing. The housing market, he acknowledged, is softening, likely due to that spike in mortgage rates. But he said that future rate hikes are coming. However, he said the pace will depend on how the data comes in and the evolution of the economy. He said the Fed is looking for compelling evidence that inflation is coming back down, and the Fed will remain nimble in its response. In closing, Powell said the American economy is strong and well positioned to handle tighter monetary policy. So, guys, his main message here is that the Fed will not waver in its resolve to bring inflation back down. Back over to you.
Elon, thank you. Elon Moy going through the prepared testimony. Obviously, the Q&A could be interesting, and we will take all of it.
Well, look, there are many people who want to know why jobs are no longer as important as inflation. And the answer is we have so many more jobs than we have people. Plus, we have another $1 trillion in infrastructure where the president's so out of touch with what's happening in the country. And I'm not trying to be too political here, but I mean, look, David, we don't have enough people to handle the jobs. So to throw another $1 trillion at more jobs instead of just saying, OK, what we're going to do is make it so that this money is going to lower the price of food for America, or we're going to use it to make it so gasoline is lowered, would be a much better allocation. It's obviously not what's voted for. But the idea that there's no construction workers to speak of. They're all on jobs. Senator Manchin, to a degree, had a little more of a kind of a realistic view of things. I don't understand. Does President Biden not know that there is a job crisis and that we don't have enough people to work? That we stopped growing, we stopped immigrating, we don't have the kind of...
I think he is aware of that, the lack of immigration and what that's done to the labor pool. But I don't know, because I don't speak to him.
Well,
we do speak to a number of their economic advisors.
Good union jobs. This is not the issue in America right now. The issue in America is food costs. It's about trying to make it so that people can put dinner on the table, for heaven's sake, but not because of jobs, but because of the cost.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm mystified. I think many of us are afraid to say what I just said. So therefore, I take it all back.
No, you don't take it back. You're out there.
I just think that, does he not understand?